5991 is a resolution that provides consumer protection for our homeowners, our constituents who install solar panels on their rooftops. As some of you may remember, back in 2014, I sponsored the Renewable Energy Growth Program. Prior to that, Rhode Island was not producing any renewable energy, so National Grid, when they had to buy renewable and spend $5 to $6 million a year, they were buying it from Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York, Hydro from Canada, everywhere but Rhode Island. So the REG program created a lot of jobs, a lot of projects in the state, over 38, beginning with the East Providence solar panels, Coventry wind turbines, mostly for farms, municipalities, and small businesses. Well, homeowners said, what about us? So in 2015, I sponsored the fund that would actually create a couple of megawatts out of that so that homeowners could install the solar panels. About 95% of homeowners use the Renewable Energy Fund, which is administered through Commerce, and Office of Energy oversees that. The REG program is through Grid, and Office of Energy oversees that as well. So, as you know, from your experience, Rhode Island has seen some tremendous growth in renewable energy over the last 7 years. So much that when we started this back in 2014, there were probably a handful, maybe 10 or 12 companies that installed solar panels. Today, there are over 45 in the state. Some are good, some are not so good. And homeowners rely on that company coming in and telling them where the panels should be, whether or not they will have a roof that can withstand a 20-year lease of a solar array on that rooftop, right? You don't want to put a 20-year project on a 5-year roof. And also how much electricity they can actually save if they do a solar installation. So there have been a number of complaints from constituents over the past several years. So I've been working with the Office of Energy, talking with the Attorney General's Office of Consumer Affairs, and with some of the small business and also the renewable energy companies, one of who is here to testify tonight. We need a disclosure form that homeowners can actually sign off on. It's important. I know Rep. McNamara has also put a bill in because a constituent came to him with a complaint. One of the concerns, and it's why Chairman Mack is number 2 on this resolution, we really don't want companies, we don't want 45 different disclosure forms out there. We want one that is managed. We've actually been working on it. It's 4 pages, comes from Massachusetts. We've kind of customized it for Rhode Island. So essentially what's before you, since OER manages these programs and 95 to 97% of Rhode Islanders take advantage of these programs for the incentives, the goal is to pass this so that in the next 6 months we can monitor it, and then come January, if it hasn't been administered the way we hope to see it, then we can come back with a heavy hand and put in a law, which is what we do here at the State House. So this is a consumer protection bill for homeowners putting in solar arrays for our constituents, and I'm happy to answer any questions. So thanks so much for listening to the bill before you. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Representative. I'm sorry for calling. Any questions from the rep? No. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much.
We have 2 people signed up to testify. It's Eric Beecher and Doug Sabetti. Eric Beecher, his phone number, and they're both pro.
Both of us?
Okay, we'll go with Mr. Beecher first.
Okay, hi there, my name is Eric Beecher. I'm the president of Soul Power. We're a Rhode Island-based solar installation company. We've installed over 400 systems across Rhode Island now. Our company is 100% employee-owned and based right here in Providence. So last summer, a customer contacted us, said that they had a system installed 2 years ago. Their installer does not service systems, and they needed to have their system taken down and put back up so that they could re-roof. So we went out there and were able to service the system for that person at a cost of $6,442. And so basically what happened to that customer is they had an installation, done by one of the biggest 3 companies nationally, who did not service or who doesn't do any service work, and also did not tell that customer that they would need a new roof basically immediately. So the system was installed on a roof that was already over 25 years old. So it's very important to have, some kind of notification of here's some red flags about your house as to why, work that needs to be done in preparation to get solar. So you can start saving on your bills without having all that money go to replace your roof or maintain the system. And so a lot of people trust these big box names, and I think that's why it's very important to let people know, here are the things you really need to watch out for. And so I think it's very important that we do have consumer protections in place for cases like that.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and committee. My name is Doug Sabetti. I'm the owner of Newport Solar, another local residential solar installer. As Eric mentioned, it's not just the big companies that are doing this, and it's not just re-roofing, it's all kinds of issues. One of the most important ones is what people are getting back for their money. It's not solar panels on their roof, it's produced electricity. And it's very easy to trick people into thinking they're going to get something that they're not, that doesn't materialize later. And when it doesn't materialize later, which it hasn't in many cases for homeowners that I've spoken with, homeowners have very little recourse. The companies say, oh, it was bad weather, the trees grew around your house. They make excuses and just kind of kick the can down the road. Meanwhile, these people have laid out tens of thousands of dollars and they're not getting back what they paid for. So in a lot of proposals, the first thing the homeowner will see is the reduction of their electric bill and all of these numbers, and it's confusing. They say, well, this is really confusing, but everyone seems to be doing it. It's popular, it's saving everyone money, I'm going to sign on. And then when that electricity production doesn't materialize, they don't have much recourse. So what a disclosure form will do is it puts all of the tricky proposals aside, and it simply and clearly lines out exactly what the homeowner is getting for their money. And then that contractor who is making these promises has to sign that disclosure form, and now they're legally obligated, and there's some accountability to provide what they're telling this homeowner they're getting for their money. And I've seen lots and lots of examples of this. One person who is in the renewable energy industry had this happen to them, and they couldn't figure out how to get the company to pay them for their losses. Another person who works for RIDOT, another person that works for the Mass Governor's Office. So these aren't just, homeowners who, didn't do their due diligence and didn't look into this well enough. These are smart, intelligent, informed people who are getting taken advantage of. So the disclosure form will just spell it all out for everyone, what they're getting for their money, and hold the contractors accountable to make sure that that happens. I'll happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Sabetti. Any questions for this witness? Either one. I appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
Thank you for testimony. The next bill we're going to do is